Bring it up now. Neptune City, the place where great men were born. Titanic sunk in Shark River, not the North Atlantic. Don't you know? Yeah, don't you know? One time I was in the bathtub, about 10 years old. I was washing my dick. So I said, oh, let me wash my dick some more. And this white shit come out. I said, Ma, help! There's something wrong here.
You're a character, Ronnie. Jesus Christ. No, seriously.
But I only have once. I only washed my dick once.
Well, my earliest recollection of playing with Bobby, he had this small acoustic guitar. It was red. We used to play in his room. And we used to, really the beginning of our recording started with the prank calls, of course, and then it like evolved into some musical type of recordings. Did a lot of recordings in his garage, like different various episodes and comedies and prank calls once more.
Finding out we can do it, finding out you're tech man, finding out that Michael could sing, which is the first time I knew it since forever, when he's 26. Oh, he can sing, he's got good time, and he knows his notes.
I remember the first time that we ever jammed. It was me, Michael, and Ronnie. And it was right after Ronnie had gotten the drum kit. And I played drums, and Michael played bass, and Ronnie sang Titanic. And that was the first time we ever jammed. But I mean, it wasn't like we were looking to start a band. I mean, it was just a one-off demo, like, you know. But
the famous mother of the Derelicts.
English finest styles, a lot of white boys, glasses, don't you know? Ring a lane, loving the old Titanic, giving it up, she's going down, babe. Ring a lane, find my dick on.
And it wasn't until like 2001, like right after September 11th, Bass Mark came in, because Michael moved out, you see, and it was like a time where everybody just needed a jam, you know, and Michael wasn't around, so Bass Mark started coming down, and we'd play. For a while, I was on the drums, and it was me, Bass Mark, and Ronnie, and I was playing the drums, and we wrote most of our songs probably for the first album in 2 or 3 months. You know, most of those songs on the first album were written about 2 months. We didn't record them a year after because the band broke up. You know, I mean, after a couple of months into 2002. But there was a period of time where I played drums, and then Eric showed up. I think Ronnie found him somewhere. I think at Food Town. He knew him from somewhere, and that's when, you know, we started writing a lot of you know, more intricate things, you know.
My earliest memory working with Derelicts was coming up to Royn Doyn's studio, so to speak, just as the studio was being built. And remember hearing about these lyrics that were totally off the wall for this song called Titanic. And I guess it's kind of the first time I was introduced to the Derelicts, and wrote the bass line, and the rest is history.
Yeah, met Bass Mark, cool dude. I thought he was a Jew. Well, I don't care if he's a Jew or a screw, I mean, you gotta be something.
My earliest memory of working with Eric was back in the day. I'm not really sure what year it was, but we were playing Titanic, and which we played a lot back then. It was one of our bigger hits. And basically, I just remember looking over at him, and it looked like his head was gonna fall off. He was playing so hard, and it was just real inspiring to be around a guy like that who just puts his heart into it like that.
Eric? Oh, Eric. Dropping ashes on my floor and throwing his cigarettes all over the fucking rugs and things like that. But he's a good, steady drummer. Not technically correct as Scott, but, dedicated.
So Scotty, who were your influences when you were growing up musically?
John Bonham, the best drummer. Then John Bonham, Lars Ulrich. Then I love John Bonham's son, Jason Bonham. Now you want to go back? You want to go back?
Trying to play Santa Claus diving down the chimney.
Now let's say, what was my man's name from Rush? Help me out. Neil Peart. Neil Peart, right? Neil Peart was an influence on two songs, Spirit of the Radio and Tom Sawyer. Other than that,
on the radio.
But that Tom Sawyer, that one song from Tom Sawyer gave me so many more beats to go off of. Seriously, that rhythm. Now, Lars Ulrich, you can't fucking name a song that I can't fucking name.
I liked a lot of them. Zeppelin, Hendrix, Three Dog Night, Larry Graham. We're talking about Michael Bolton, who's got a fantastic voice. I mean, there's a lot of places to go with that,
Well, I always loved the Beatles, Bruce Springsteen, of course, the Beach Boys, Brian and Mike equally. I like Brian and Mike equally. Squeeze, Donovan, Nick Lowe, all that pop sound. I always like that, Just a little bit of dose of sugar makes the medicine go down.
Oh, some of my early inspirations were Cliff Burton from Metallica, Geezer Butler, Black Sabbath, Steve Harris from Iron Maiden. I liked various artists over the years, like Jaco Pastorius, stuff like that. And did a lot of playing on my own, which increased a lot of my own interest in the instrument itself.
Yeah, in the early day I was influenced by such bass players as Cliff Burton, Steve Harris from Iron Maiden, Geddy Lee. Later on I got into guys like Victor Wooten, Stanley Clark.
Where's Mikey Mike? Hand him off on the inside.
Question of the hour, man.
Ronnie, undercover. That's right.
Yo,
I got Michael under here.
where's Michael at, man?
We're getting it
I
on.
was gonna buy the Sammy Adams.
That's right.
Baseball's never ready for nothing. My man's always adjusting a strap, fiddling a knob, fiddling himself.
Spin in the crowd!
Ronnie.
I think it's that, you know, we all have so much in common, you know, so much we share, like in life experience. I mean, Michael, me, and Scotty, we all went to the same grammar school, went to Wilson School, you know. Ronnie, he's lived in Neptune City probably for, was 56 years, you know. And that's a long time to sort of, you know, be around town. Well, Ronnie went to Neptune High School in the 60s, and a lot of his classmates like went on to become, you know, famous, you know, shore legends, you know.
Once high school with Vinny Lopez, Mad Dog, nickname. I knew Vinny, but not all that much, you know. On the south side, I knew him, but not all that well either. These guys used to a cappella on one side of the building. I used to do it on the other side of the building, so whatever. I was elected leader, oh, big deal.
Gary Talent?
Gary, yeah, I remember him, but not ultra friends or anything, but, you know, knew him.
It was Bobby playing the drums, I was playing the bass, and Ronnie was singing on the vocals. We recorded this first piece we ever recorded really on as a band.
I like Titanic. Because the love story and the tragedy all mixed up into one, and that's how I identify derelicts, as you call them, to be. The main thing is Titanic.
Well, like I said, the first time I jammed with the Derelicts tune that we put together was a work done with Titanic, and I always thought it kind of sounded like ridiculous, kind of like a circus, like a, you know, like a Monty Python type of circus kind of thing going on. So I don't know, I kind of thought this bass line had like that kind of ridiculous circus feel to it, and it later became the bass line for Titanic. That was like the only part of the tune for a while, and then one day we had another bass player step in, and he kind of played this line. And that's kind of when the whole "fuck this robot" kind of progression, you know, came about. And it'd be nice because we just stop in the middle of the song and just, you know, Eric would just pound out a heavy beat, and we'd all be going, you know, chanting the "fuck that robot" part, and it's pretty fun. So that was like this. And sometimes we change the key around. Sometimes we play it down here just for.
Oh yeah, Titanic. Yeah.
And that's basically it.
Loneliness and pain, yeah, that's cool. Ceylonese territory, yeah. That kind of stuff. South LA ain't bad, you know. Different. Titanic are definitely up there. You know, I think. You know, it's got a definite storyline with it, you know, and it's cool. I think, you know, it goes right along the movie, which is quite likely what did happen. But anyway, it's pretty damn close if it ain't it, you know. Second bottom right anyway, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Ultra Fox.
Yeah. Is that your girlfriend? That's your girl in high school?
She was then.
Yeah. Where's that picture of you in there, Ronnie? Scope it out. I think it's like 2 or 3 pages.
Ain't much to be said about me. And there's my dumb ass. Ron, undecided. Down with homework. Love the weekends. Will always remember graduation. Ooh.
Among the less renowned people that Ronnie went to high school with is Jack Cunningham, who played in the Billy Chinook band for a couple years. And also, you know, he's been sitting in with the Derelects for probably a number of years now, too. He played on the Faded Photographs album. And this fellow with the unlikely name of John Skizlak, who Ronnie committed many of his capers and crimes with, and is credited by many as the originator of the moniker Royn Doyn. Although Ronnie seems to always refuse this credit issue.
At one point in time, there was this fellow named Ronan, which is me. Okay, so we're goofing around one day. I said, yeah, I'm Royn Doyn. So I acquired this name, Skizlak, John Skizlak, right? He presses this shit about the Royn Doyn. So, whatever the fuck, you know. So I went along with it. But I don't give a motherfuck, you know. Royn Doyn. Royn Doyn. Royn Doyn. And every time I see Skizlak, hey, Royn Doyn. So I made up one for him, which he already had. They used to call him Mr. Shoe Tag, because he had all these fucking running shoes with tags on them and shit. So this guy called him Mr. Shoe Tag, and he hated it. I said, Royn Doyn, okay, Mr. Shoe Tag. Bite my ass in so many words. So, the origination of the Royn Doyn factor.
That's great.
Mike is a psycho bass player. Mike, I could say, Mike, I want you to finger that bass like you're fingering a clitoris in a glistening sun. And Mike will do it. Mike will be like, dong 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 da dong 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 da dong 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 da dong 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 da dong 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 da dong dong.
Sandy Poontang. Baby.
Everybody wants to go around now. Everybody thinks they're so.
When you walk, when you call,
Everybody has to
do the Poontang.
go around now.
Shawanese territory, baby. The Poontang territory. Down by Costa Rica, monsters, T-Rex and shit, you know. The kind of girl I Like space orange juice to this, you know.
Oh, concentrating for the flavor.
Why, thank you. Thought you never asked.
Summer of Love. Now the recording of that was interesting because nobody really liked it while it was being made, and it turned out to be like the best thing we ever recorded. I actually played like a Gibson from 1923 that I have on that track. I think I got some footage of that session somewhere. But I mean, like I said, it was a song that we did, and it became a big hit, and we never really wanted to play it because, you know, everybody wanted to hear it, so we wanted to play something different. And plus, we never really sounded that good on it anyway, live, so whatever.
Yeah, back in the day, Bobby would want me to record on a lot of stuff that I basically considered crap, and to this day, some of it I still consider crap, but back in the Mahatma Peak days, there was this bass line I'd always kick to when I didn't know what else to play. And because, I don't know, it seemed to get a good response, but to me it always kind of sounded very generic, and this is what it was. And so one day, after not wanting to play too much, I put that bass line down. Bobby loved it, I thought it was crap, and you know, and then...
You talk like Towel, like when you're on camera. You do, man. You talk like...
Three
Paul,
days later,
Paul Letts came to me.
Paul Letts came to me.
You should be like, check this out, man.
So like, it's the 1922 Gibson. The Gibson. Take it from about 42 seconds in. Ride with me in summer love. Get high with me in summer love.
Summer love, bass mark. Come and ride with me in summer love. Get high with me in summer love. Come and ride with me in summer love. Ride with me in summer love. Get into my limousine, baby.
Real quick on it.
Come around with me in the summer love. Get high with me in the summer love. Take me down to the boardwalk, baby, on all those rides.
Under the boardwalk.
Come around with me in the summer love. Get high with me
Boardwalk.
in the summer love.
Road.
anything you want to do. Ride with me in the summer love. Put a little spice in your life in the summer love. Ride, 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 ride. Come on, baby, go on, ride, all right. Let it all hang out with the summer love. With the summer love. In the summer. In the summer. There we go, history buffs. A rarity. Another rarity, thanks, Mark.
Well, as a producer, I'm most concerned about like the actual sound on the record of the song, you know. And sometimes I find myself when I'm recording the music that I'll be putting too many things on top of the tape and like overcomplicating something. You know, there's a couple instances I can think that I'm glad that I listened to, you know, the song a million times before I released it, because I had gone too far and I went back and I stripped all the crap off of it. And, you know, I got back to the core recording. That sometimes on Loneliness and Pain is an example. I remember we put all this shit on there, like congas and bass mark play like 4 bass lines and like background singing all this nonsense, and it sounded like shit. So sometimes it's good to, you know, second guess yourself.
Shut down now. Come on, motherfucker. Did this Fender chord, man, or is it your shit?
It's not my shit, man. I was making recordings with this today.
Well, then let's replace it. Let's like substitute out this Fender chord for some of that one of your chords.
Yeah. Hang on a second.
A little bit of white spot almost seems like it's appropriate action. Appropriation of the appropriate action.
California, south of Lee. I don't know where I'm going to be. Sometimes I Sunshine, blue sky, sunshine. Don't go away. Wonder what this day will bring. Sunshine in the spring. Probably the same old thing. She's telling me a lie. Don't lie to me, babe. Don't run away. I beg you, please. Don't lie to me, babe. It's one of those things that you hear about. Sometimes don't go away from me. Sometimes I realize sometimes you make me wonder.
Let me put it this way. Some days nothing can go wrong. Other days nothing can go right. But when we're clicking, nobody can touch us.
Well, the thing about it is, I mean, we have to have two bass players, you know, in order to have a reliable band. I mean, because, I mean, this band, I mean, nobody, I think Ronnie and I have been at 99% of all the Derelict gigs. But as for bass Mark, he's probably been there like 45% of the gigs. Michael's probably been about 30% of the gigs. You know, Scotty, as long as it's not a premium night, you know, like Friday or Saturday or any other night where he's got some kind of chick lined up, you know. But, you know, I mean, that's between Michael and bass Mark, we have half a reliable bass player, really. What's your response to those members in your band that complain that you don't show up when you say you're going to show up?
Fuck 'em.
So what's your policy about your premium nights? What do you feel about premium nights?
You know, sometimes you gotta take care of business, and sometimes business falls on premium nights, and sometimes you get lucky and it doesn't.
What about New Year's Eve?
And, you know, sometimes other members of the band can't, you know, give up premium nights, and you know, they don't tell you about their lack of premium until much later on.
Well, premium nights is the way to go. Premium nights the way to go. Time to come to play and do the show. You know?
As long as it's not a Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, just as long as it's not a Saturday or Sunday, man, I come and play. Yeah.
I come on Tuesday night, man.
Come on Tuesday. Yeah, come and play. Tuesday.
Michael. Premium nights when I call Michael on his cell phone, I get hi. You reached Michael from something Santa Claus Enterprises or whatever the fuck. And then I'll hear from him for like 8 days later. I'm like, does he have a cell phone? Yeah, it's not even, but that's not even supposed to be funny. That's why it's not even, honestly, you think it's funny? It's not supposed to be funny. Hey, why are you laughing?
I'm just,
You feel the same thoughts.
I know exactly what
that
you're
I
saying.
feel.
One day, when me and Scotty first started jamming, I knew he was a big Slayer fan, and I wanted to kind of play something that was like Slayerish, and just came up with Darkness. And I was actually playing the guitar, and Michael Corio was actually playing the bass. But later on, we recorded the album version. I recorded the guitar line, and later went on to record the bass line. So that was.
I think you played the guitar first, right?
Yeah, put the guitar line first.
And live with Scotty's track. Yeah, and we like it. Give me play a little of that bass part, would you? Darkness. Yeah, that's it. Darkness. Yeah. Hide behind my wall. Yeah.
Well, I forget, it was a hot night. And it was like going on like 3 in the afternoon in the summer, like more like mid-July. I was on
Morning, noon, and bite my wife.
Ronnie just got done feeding me all kinds of greens from the natural garden. And I mean, you know, when you eat from the earth, you feel like the earth.
It helps.
Do you like the earth?
It's always done things for me.
Like vinegar coming from a girl's pussy.
Oh God.
Really?
Now look,
And I
Bobby,
get that
put
from that
this
So
on.
give us a little
Hold
example
this
of
up.
darkness.
Let's get this done real quick.
From that.
Let me
We're
put this
Ronnie.
up.
1 second. 1 second.
Darkness!
Don't hurt your foot, man.
Methodically.
Use your other foot.
Like the Who versus the Doors in my eyes, man.
Don't hurt your foot. Use the other foot. You better believe it.
keeping on. I feel like I'm fading away. What you say? Slipping in the darkness. When the sun comes up, when the sun goes down, take it out, baby. Take it out. Slipping in the darkness. Any old way you can.
Not too bad at all, man.
Well, I know everybody has done this. You go to Google and you put your name in. You know, you see like if there are other people come up that have your name, or you know if you're on there for some reason. And I remember I was searching for some people like for the Derelects, you know, to be out there, and like it happened to be like somebody for each, you know, name. Like for me, Bass Scotty, Lawn Boss, everybody. Like there was somebody out there with the same name. It's wild, man. It's wild. Meet Ron Corio, professor of mathematics at Virginia Commonwealth University. And then there's his brother, John Corio, who's an athletics director at some school out west. And then there's, of course, Robert Galinsky, who set one of the legal precedents in the case of adverse possession. Michael Corio, the guitar player from Staten Island, who has this guitar CD out called Then and Now. And there's, of course, the Great Lakes reporter Scott Newell, a weatherman on TV NBC out there, Channel 3, I think it is. And there's a page for there's dance, techno, and this guy, Mark the Bass. It's actually some nut who posts on this techno website for Eurotrash. There's even a band called Dirty and the Derelicts. And the lead singer, Dirty and the Derelicts, meet him here, Red Dog. But if you want to find the real Derelicts, go to soundclick.com, put in the Derelects, New Jersey, and then it comes up. And you can download all these different MP3s there. There's a whole bunch of MP3s from all the albums I've posted, and there's just general information on there. There's news, history of the band, and if that's not enough for all you Derelict lunatics out there, you just click on this link here to the website, and you go to the Derelicts homepage, which always has the latest information, updates, news, release information, stuff regarding our albums, information about buying our albums. All of our albums are on sale through this website. And you call this cat our manager, Lenny Greenburn, and just drop an email on this guy right here, and he'll be able to hook you up whatever albums you're looking for. All your Derelict needs.
Saddle shit, man. You gotta do one leg on each side. We gotta do. Girl, you gotta hold on to me. Don't be foolish now, no. On the game again, you go. Don't be foolish now, no, no. Don't be foolish now, no. On the game, anything I ever see. Don't be foolish now, no. Don't be foolish now, no. You wanna say sorry? I'll tell you what I know. You wanna go. You don't wanna go alone. Don't be foolish now. Take a break for a minute. The funniest ass thing that I can remember, I mean, really funny as hell. I was in a wild ass, easy mood, but still a crazy ass mood. This guy, Willie, that lived down the street, had this pet rooster that he had in a cage. So I got my 65 Chevelle. I knew Garma and a few other guys. Bill Ruggie owns Auto Tech over in Bradley, and a few other people. And I grabbed this damn rooster and brought him with me in the car. I went over by Pat's Diner. So I'm standing outside the window, and I see Garmer and these guys, Ruggie and them, they're in there, and I got this damn rooster underneath my arm. and I'm feeding the rooster beer, and the damn rooster's drinking it. Shit. So
Are you getting arrested for that?
they're laughing their balls off. So a cop comes. I said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm just standing here with my rooster." So he brings me into the cop shop, and they get me for contributing to the delinquency of a rooster. Or something bullshit like that. It was in the following day press. You know? Can you imagine?
At least you didn't have it.
They drove me back to Neptune City. I left the car. I wasn't about to drive. They drove me back to Neptune City. They put the fucking rooster back in the fucking thing.
Charged with jerking your bird, Ronnie.
Yeah, contributing to the delinquency of a rooster.
That's foul. Let's tell the story.
Yeah. So one time, I believe it was towards the end of summer. Mad Dog Lopez was playing down at the Headliner, and we were feeling kind-hearted. You know, we thought maybe we should take the Doyner out. You know, since we never take the Doyner out, and so as we're getting ready to get in the car, we see Doyner walk out of his house holding a bottle of Gatorade, which we all know was not Gatorade at all. It was
A little bit of wine.
Yeah, it was a little wine
Spritzer. It's a spritzer. Whatever the fuck.
and a bag of cheese doodles. And he proceeded to fill his shirt pocket with cheese doodles and insisted on bringing them into the Headliner. And actually it was a big hit with some of the older broads. They really dig the cheese doodle idea. I had no idea. I was blown away myself.
Oh, you got blown, did you?
Ronnie came outside with a pitchfork and a wheelbarrow. And he chased motherfuckers down the street talking about, "I'll kill you." And he's trying to stab the guy. He can't
wanted to, I would have.
He was trying to stab the back of Bobby Muller's tires. And me and
Trying to.
Robert was
I
hiding
would've.
in the bushes because he was embarrassed and shit, right? And then Zakharowski came
I
around, jumped
wanted
on
to
Manzo's
do it, I
fucking
would've
wall,
done
and rode the wall and
Can you
jumped from
believe
one part
that?
to the other, where the little walkway is. Oh, Zach.
bicycle?
Zach was a...
Motherfuckers. I was at that rototiller someday, and my balls got stuck in the rototiller. So I got wrapped up in that.
Oh, Ronnie's stories. Oh, Ronnie's great, man. Ronnie's great. The craziest thing I've ever seen him do was we went on Shark River with this speedboat he had, and he was like trying to get it to work, and the motor was all rotted out or something like that. So he seen it. We were in the marina, and we were, reeling the boat out, but we hadn't gotten the boat out of the water. He seen a little bit of water had splashed in the back of the boat. He's in there drinking like natural ices. He's like, "Oh, there's fucking water in the goddamn boat." And there's like a plug, like a little plug that holds like all the water out, and you can drain the water if any water splashes in at the end. So he sees this little water that splashed into the boat. So he's like, "Motherfucker!" So he pulls the fucking plug, and the goddamn fucking boat just blah 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 just sank right in the fucking river, right in the goddamn river. And the guy who came to help us out, Ronnie refused to let him help us because he asked Ronnie for a beer. He's like, "This guy's a fucking narc." But the craziest story I've ever heard about Ronnie is the Champion Mortgage story. My favorite Ronnie story ever. Ronnie was in debt, and he had to put another mortgage into the house. So, Noreen had set up this, appointment for him to go see Champion Mortgage, to get an appointment to get a mortgage or whatever. And, Michael was scheduled to come pick him up and drive him there, ride around the Royn Doyn. And Michael told him, he's like, "All right, fucking Ronnie, make sure you're ready, you're on time, and you're straight, you're sober." You know what I mean? And Ronnie's like, "Of course." So Michael goes to pick him up the next day, and Ronnie's drunk. He's like completely like disheveled in his underpants upstairs, like dirty, hadn't showered in 3 days. Michael's like, "Get your clothes on, get yourself looking good. We're going to this thing." So Ronnie's like, "I'll take care of it." Michael's waiting out in the car, like 20 minutes later. Ronnie comes out with a bottle of fucking Mad Dog. He's wearing this leather like overcoat from the 70s, like one of them leisure coats made out of like leather, and it was all dirty, and like a t-shirt, and he had like sweatpants on, but the elastic had all rotted out of the sweatpants. So he's holding him up with a fucking weight belt. And he gets in the car, you know, and they go down to Champion Mortgage. He sits down with the guy, and Ronnie's like, oh, like, rah, 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 you know. And so, you know, the mortgage guy's like, all right, Mr. Corey, you know, I'm sorry, we can't help you out, you know what I mean? He goes and he stands up, you know, goes, his meeting's over, you know. He puts his hand out, like, you know, to shake Ronnie's hand. Ronnie's like, oh, all right. And he stands up, and, you know, he's looking to talk. He's like, well, you know, I mean, I'll be waiting to hear from you. And he stood up, but his fucking pants stayed. So he's standing there with his fucking tighty whities all disheveled, his balls hanging out and shit. And like, you know, he's standing there, his underpants, like, you know, just like, oh, I didn't even know. He's just fucking standing there with his balls hanging out. Great story, like, you know. So Michael brought him back home, and Noreen's like, oh, how'd it go? And Ronnie's like, oh, it went fine. We got the mortgage. I met the guy from the company. The guy, you know, on the commercial. When your bank says no, Champion says no.
Our trip to Champion Mortgage one day was a fun day, I do say. When your bank says no, Champion also says no. In this case, that's what happened. And one day, me and Ronan went down to the mortgage place to fill out papers for the mortgage for the house, and it just didn't go quite that well. In fact, it went very unwell. And we filled out the paperwork, everything was well said and done. Ronan was in there with the weight belt and everything, holding up the pants and whatnot, and the Velcro gave free, and the pants went down, and there's these balls hanging out. Okay, and he didn't even know they were down at all. He was saying, oh yeah, fine, hey, have a nice day and everything, you know, his balls hanging out, he had his cup, you know, all drinking, having a good time. And the guy says, oh, I gotta void yous. I can't sign the application if you're drunk. So he didn't give us the mortgage. So when your bank says no, there's probably a reason.
So, hey, whatever the fuck, you know.
I could probably make an album without, you know, with all different musicians other than just me and Ronnie, and still make it sound like the Derelects. But I mean, you know, to me, I think Ronnie and I have a good chemistry together when it comes to like singing and just like, you know, the style. And that's the one thing that I miss about the Eric and Maryann days. I mean, Eric and Maryann, they really added an extra sound that can never really be reproduced again, you know. I've been trying for months to get Ronnie to let Maryann back into the fold, because I understand she's been contacting Ronnie, and I think he's pretty close to capitulating. Like, I'm this close, but I'd like to, you know, get her involved again, just so I could feel that, you know, that Derelict vibe one more time, really, you know, that particular sound, because it's not like, you know, it's like not there right now, you know, but I mean, it could be.
I'm in love with music.
You have any particular memories?
How about Come On Down to My Boat, Baby?
Yeah. What about anything else?
How about the one wild song I wrote that I never heard again, because I don't have to see Day anymore, because poor Eric died. But, you know, that's not a fond memory, but, yeah.
What do you have any good fond memories of Eric?
I have very fond memories of singing with some really crazy people that are my dearest friends.
Yeah. What about, you got any good memories of Ronnie?
Yes, he is like my brother.
Yeah.
He's my best friend. And everybody thinks he's my brother.
Ronnie?
Some people thought I was married to him.
Yeah?
Oh, you better believe it. I was like, I started laughing. I didn't say yes or no, because you know what? I just got a kick out of it.
Would you ever marry Ronnie?
I might, but I'm going to marry John now.
You would marry John?
Yeah, you like him?
I just met him. Is he a good guy?
Oh, yeah.
How does he compare to Eric?
Better.
He's better than Eric.
Yeah. He's still a slob, though, you know, just like Eric. But, yeah, everybody's a slob. We love to just make messes.
So you've been promoting the Derelicts in your spare time?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
because one day we're gonna all get back together.
Oh yeah, we'll be tonight. It's gonna
And
be
we
tonight
are
if I have
gonna
anything to say
beat
about
Everybody out of the ballpark.
it. Yeah.
I go down in Asbury, and let me tell you, I hear crapola, a lot
Yeah.
of Spanish crap. I don't like it.
Yeah.
And what I like is our music because we're original.
Yeah.
And that's the beautiful thing about us.
Yeah.
We just get up. We don't even write things down anymore. We just get up. There's the microphone. Let's go.
Yeah.
I love that about us.
We've been about 6 years doing music together. Around there, something like that. 1991, I think, right? Or
I
2000.
miss you so much, Bob.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
It's been a long time.
Man, it is the best thing to see you, man. You just put a smile on my face. I had a really bad day today, but you know what?
Yeah.
Thank you for making my day.
Yeah. What was the first time you remember playing with the Derelicts?
Well, I remember moving in here, and the drummer boy, remember him falling off the front? That was funny. I was like, who's got to pick him? It took 3 of us to pick him up. He was sucking down beer he doesn't normally drink, and he's taking all these pills. And I'm like, whoa, you gotta put him on the bed. And this is my favorite thing now. Yes, to keep me comfort when I'm alone.
Where are you staying? Are you staying in Asbury now?
Yeah, but you know, the landlord decided that I'm not allowed to live there anymore, so I'm
Oh, you don't have to go into that. Yeah.
I'm sleeping over here tonight, and we're going up, Mom. She's got an apartment downstairs, and we're gonna live there. It's fully loaded.
Yeah.
I miss you so
Like
much.
a fucking jerk off.
Where's Base Mark and everything, man?
What's up, Ronnie? Come on, Ronnie. Just participate.
You're being a bad sport.
Come on, Ronnie. Sit down here and sing the intro to Titanic.
Oh, Christ.
I'll fix your hair a little bit. Yada, yada, yada.
Here, come on, Ronnie. Do it.
Don't touch me.
Sing the intro to Titanic, please.
Ready?
1, 2.
1,
Here, I'll
2,
sing
3,
too.
4.
Come on down.
Would you get off me?
Baby,
Come on down.
Get the fuck off of me!
Come on, Ronnie. Just fucking for once be a good human being here.
Sit in that chair.
Well, I want to get everybody. I want to get you and Maryann the same shot.
Come on, I love you. I want a shot of us.
Yeah.
Will you sing it, Ronnie? And then I'll stop filming, and you can yell at Maryann all you want.
He always does anyway.
Yeah, Ronnie's a mean guy.
You need him rotten, Ronnie.
Sing it, Ronnie. Would you sing it?
Put this down your neck and we'll believe in it. I'm gonna sit right on you.
I don't believe in nothing.
You ain't sitting on
Oh,
shit.
sit right on your dick, motherfucker.
All right, sing the intro right
Get
there.
off of me.
Come on, Ronnie, just sing it.
I'm in too much goddamn pain.
Sing Titanic, Ronnie. We ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on down to my boat, baby. Come on down, we're gonna have a good time.